Spurs value intriguing Golden State Warriors piece and potential Jakob Poeltl trade. For weeks, the Golden State Warriors' prospective interest in Jakob Poeltl has made perfect sense, and that possibility may be becoming a reality as the organization seeks to acquire the San Antonio Spurs big man. The Warriors had only one legitimate big man last season, Kevin Looney, but had anticipated James Wiseman would return to handle the center minutes in 2022-23. That hasn't been the case with the former number 2 overall choice being sent to the G League, but he will get another chance now that the Warriors have recalled him to the main squad. James Wiseman's lack of development may force the Golden State Warriors into a major move for San Antonio Spurs center Jakob Poeltl. According to Spurs Talks L.J. Ellis, the Warriors are one of 2 teams with a high level of interest in the Austrian. Ellis was well in tune with the DeJounte Murray trade prior to its fruition in the offseason, which only adds to the credibility of this latest report. According to a pair of sources, the 2 teams most persistent about acquiring Poeltl are the Toronto Raptors and Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are said to be primarily interested in finding a way to flip James Wiseman for Poeltl. However, sources say the Spurs have indicated to the Warriors that they aren't interested in Wiseman as a centerpiece of a Poeltl trade, Ellis writes.
I think Curry was talking to him.
The lack of Wiseman interest from the Spurs is a little baffling. Sure, he remains a project player, but isn't that what they want to aid in their tanking endeavors? Maybe a Wiseman-Poeltl straight swap is off the cards, but perhaps Golden State could sweeten the deal with a pick or 2. Speaking of picks, Ellis reports that's what San Antonio are after in a potential deal. However, they also covet Moses Moody more so than Wiseman or even Jonathan Kuminga. I'm also hearing that the Spurs aren't high on Jonathan Kuminga either, which means a deal with the Warriors will likely only get done if Golden State is willing to part with sufficient draft capital. Interestingly, I'm told the Spurs actually value Moses Moody more than Wiseman or Kuminga, but that they'd still want a lot more in a trade involving Poeltl. This is an interesting development given most would regard Moody as having the least trade value of the Warriors' 3 recent lottery picks. The biggest issue here is that he also makes the least money of the 3, his $3.7 million falling well below Poeltl's $9.4 million. It means that outside of Wiseman or Kuminga, the added salary would have to be Donte DiVincenzo. The Warriors would ideally like to add Poeltl to their rotation without subtracting someone out, and once you get to a package of Moody, DiVincenzo, and picks, a deal for Poeltl isn't overly enticing. You can bet your bottom dollar that's what the Spurs' asking price will be, and then the negotiation may come down to what other teams are offering. Poeltl will become a free agent at the end of the season, which can't be understated. Golden State won't want to deal too much without an agreed extension, while there has to be some pressure on the Spurs to get a trade done rather than lose him for nothing in free agency. While Ellis' report may signify
Harden's injured eye, you can see eyes both. Bloodshot.
A move closer to a Warriors-Spurs trade involving Poeltl, it also shows there's plenty to work through and a lot of negotiating to take place before a trade officially goes ahead. The San Antonio Spurs have plummeted to the bottom of the Western Conference standings after getting off to a 5-2 start through 7 games. Naturally, they have become one of the focuses of possible trade deadline activity as sellers. The main name to watch is Jakob Poeltl, considering he's among the better starting centers in the NBA right now. He's set to reach free agency in the summer, and the logistics for a contract extension are challenging given he has strongly outplayed the. According to SpursTalk.com, the Toronto Raptors and Golden State Warriors are the 2 trade suitors that are most persistent in their pursuit of a deal to acquire Poeltl. San Antonio's asking price has been multiple first-round picks, causing hesitancy among potential suitors.